Hey guys, this is Donnie, Standing Goats Rescue. For those of you that have been keeping up with us and keeping up with the channel, you know about baby Job. For those of you that don't, he was a little male goat that was born a couple days ago, and he was born with hypoplasia, to where his lower jaw was missing most of the bone. It was half the length of his upper jaw, and in that deformity he can't close his mouth. His tongue is always exposed. He had some other issues. He had issues with his eyesight. He had some neurological issues, and he had some horns, not on his head, but little spikes growing out of his skin on his neck and on his back. He had a lot of problems. And the little goat, he fought. We lost him this morning. We checked on him last night. He was doing really good, and somewhere around 9 or 10 o'clock we come out, and he was going down, and which he would have moments that he'd go down and he'd seem pretty out of it, but he would bounce right back. And we checked on him at 1 o'clock this morning, and he wasn't there wasn't no improvement. He didn't get any worse, but he wasn't doing the way he should have been doing. And then between 5 o'clock this morning and 8 o'clock, the downhill slide was very fast, very rapid for him. By 8:30, he was gone. I spent the morning, we dug his grave to send him back to the Father, and I planted a loquat tree, about a 3.5 to 4 foot tall loquat, directly over his burial site, to where that tree, it'll fruit in its season, as all trees that our Creator has put on this planet. They have their season that they bear fruit. And the significance on the spiritual aspect of the fruits that come from the trees as the fruit that comes from life. And there's a bond, there's a spiritual bond. I can't explain it. I don't have the mental capacity to explain it, but I know the significance is important. It is to me. But we got him buried, and I put a protective barrier around where he's buried at. We got him in the front yard, and I was going to do a headstone for him. The headstones that I've made through the years, we've made them out of wood, and I would carve their name, their birth date, the date that they depart us, and none of them have held up. All of them have withered away. And so we're trying to come up with another way of making a headstone. I got one that we made out of cement, and I just don't like it. I like the thought of putting something natural on them, and I think planting a tree over the body of any of these animals, that's what I want. And I've spoken to Cam about, when my day comes for me to leave, I want a tree planted over my grave. I don't want a headstone. I don't want something that was made by man standing up for where my body rests. I want something that the Father has created to represent me. And I feel very strongly about that. And so I went that route, and there's a beautiful loquat I put over his grave, and I'll put a clip of that. I did video it, and I'll put a short clip in this video to show you guys. But on a good note, we had the one male born this birthing season, which is there's a lot of significance to that. We've been needing or wanting to retire the females, the old females, our breeders, but you have to have replacement stock. which we didn't have. We've been having either mostly males during our birthing season, or it'd be a 50-50 split. And some of the babies would be very tiny. They wouldn't be able to reproduce without complication. But this birthing season has been all female with the exception of Job. And the father took him back. You know, he had problems. The vessel that carried his spirit just wasn't right. But we got another baby just born last night, and he's a male. And I'm going to put a video clip. I'm going to show you guys this baby. This baby looks like Job. I don't know how that happened. Different mother altogether. And as far as we know, it was not the same father either. A different breed baby. But I'm going to walk down here now. I'm going to have to rotate the camera. I'm going to stop this in order to go to the other camera view. But I'm going to show you this baby. It's going to blow your mind. For you guys that have seen Job, I'll try to pull a clip off the other videos I recorded of him to put in here. If I can't do it, I apologize. I'm not very knowledgeable on this whole editing process. I'm learning as I go. I'm getting better, but I'm not where I need to be yet. But let me stop this. I'm going to turn the camera around, and I'm going to show you Annie's baby, this little male. This baby is Job without any deformities, without any imperfections. So stand by just 1 second. Okay, Louie has jumped the fence again. Doggone it. That's that area is where there's where that broken tree is, right there in front of him. I'm gonna have to get him out. I don't know if that big fella is still over there or not. All of these boards that are down here, we put them here to fill the ground in, and then I cover it with soil. We have to because of that sinkhole right there. Our yard is literally sinking down. And here's Molly. I want you guys to look at this little baby. For you guys that seen Job, is that not the craziest thing? And he's a male. He's asleep right now, but he's a male, and he's got the same markings as Job. Oop, I'm sorry, buddy. I wake you up. That is just bizarre. But we'll take it. And there's Mama. There's Molly. Molly was a bottle baby. Her mother is here on the property, but Molly had a lot of complications as a newborn. And in nature, the strong survive. There's a reason for it. It's not cruelty. But an animal with a deformity in nature will not survive, and they will become prey eventually. And so at birth, if they're deformed, the mothers will abandon them to let them pass and go back to where they came from, to be returned again if that's what God's will is for them. But I just wanted to share that with you. You know, we just brokenhearted that we lost little Job. He fought, and goats do not have a strong will to survive. You guys that are veterinarian oriented, you know that to be true. The weakest will to survive of any animal on this planet is in a goat. A goat could get a common cold and they'll give up and die from it. And it's not often you get one that has a strong will. Hey, Roscoe. But Job fought that little fella. I've never seen nothing like it. And even the two techs that looked him over, they were amazed at the spirit that little fella had. But he'll always be with us. We love him. We still love him. He's just in a little better place, or he's back here again in the form of Molly's baby. I don't know. I wish we knew how all of that worked. But I just wanted to share that with you. And I'll try to edit the video to put a picture of Job in it where you can see the comparison. Is It's a supernatural comparison, and I almost lost it when I seen him. I couldn't believe how much he looked like Job, and he does look like Job. Well, guys, y'all have a good day, and I hope y'all have a happy Easter. May God bring blessings of abundance, of good health, prosperity, and wealth into your lives. We love each and every one of you. And until next time, you guys be safe. I'm out.